Some very interesting questions were raised in a very focused manner by Guruji, and I think he has given a lot of food for thought. G20 में वसुधैव कुटुंबकम आ चुका है और अब हम इसके ऊपर एक विश्वास के साथ चर्चा कर सकते हैं.
United Nations has spectacularly failed us.
We need to decolonize our thought processes.
The concept which the Honorable Prime Minister has also put in place and India has to offer to the world is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam.
All policies that have to be adopted for the next world order from the Shastras, from the traditions.
This balance between spiritualism and geopolitics is very essential.
A spiritual sovereign, some of his ideas pertaining to technology or pertaining to the Middle Eastern crisis, they are absolutely enlightening.
Indian family system is being looked at as a model for the world to look after itself in these troubled times.
How can startups play a role in propagating a Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam?
આપણને એક અવસર મળ્યો છે અહીંયા ભારતને વિશ્વગુરુ બનાવવા માટેનો.
If the world has to listen to India, India has to be strong.
This conclave actually tells us the concept of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam and how we need to move forward.
Good evening, sir. We have today Dr. Arvind Gupta, Director of Vivekananda International Foundation. Sir, you have also been part of the National Defense and Advisory Systems. He has been a key person in many institutions. सर, आप बहुत सारे लोगों से मिलते हैं, नेशनल लेवल पे बहुत सारे डिस्कशंस होते हैं और 2 सेशंस ऑलरेडी इस कॉन्क्लेव के हो चुके हैं. तो जो 2 सेशन में डिस्कशंस हुए, if you can put some light on what issues have been discussed and what are your views on the session that has been done.
So the sessions have been organized around the thinking surrounding the changing world order and how the values of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam can contribute to the change of world order. So first session was about the political order, the political dimension of the changing world order, and the second session was the economic dimension of the changing world order. And the underlying theme was that you have a existing world order based on Western values, and that has led to a lot of problems, conflict, violence and so on. Then if you have to construct a new world order based on the values of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, how would it look like? So that is one part of the discussion. The second part of the discussion was, is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam and this clutch of ideas that are contained in this bucket of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, whether they suffice in terms of resolving the global issues and whether there are solutions which are emerging from that ethos of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. So there was a lot of discussion, for instance, on providing security to everyone. That's a very, very important. Everybody should feel secure, every nation. There was a discussion on sovereignty. Every nation wants to feel sovereign. Can Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam and ideas informed by Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam values, can they do that? Can they provide security to everyone? The second session was about 2 key issues. One was about the paper currency, the dominant dollar. Now, how this has led to a very unjust and exploitative economic order. So how can we change that and give the right value to those who are really actually in a way victims of this dollar dominance. So how do you solve that problem? And also connected problem was that of the adverse terms of trade, which most of the developing world is facing. So the overvaluation of dollar has actually deprived particularly those in the developing world of the whatever they produce, because the value is over dollar. So I think some very interesting questions were raised in a very focused manner by Guruji, and I think he has given a lot of food for thought. But I think more work needs to be done, more discussion needs to be done, particularly amongst the security experts and also among the economic experts. because these are very, very difficult issues. And Vasudev Kutumbakam acceptability will increase only once we can say that this is a new world order based on the values of inclusiveness, equality, justice, fairness, etc. Firstly, it is possible, and secondly, it will resolve the existing issues.
सर ये जो डिस्कशन के अंदर गुरुजी ने जो भी कहा, जो भी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यूज़ दिए, सारे पैनलिस्ट ने पॉइंट ऑफ व्यूज़ दिए, तो गुरुजी के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू या किसी स्टेटमेंट को लेके आपको कोई लगता है कि दिस पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू शुड बी टेकन केयर बाय द इंडियन पॉलिसी मेकर्स और द वर्ल्ड लेवल पॉलिसी मेकर्स एट लार्ज, कि ये पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू उनके पॉलिसी मेकिंग में कहीं ना कहीं?
मुझे लगता है पॉलिसी मेकर्स चूँकि वो हाई टेबल पे बैठते हैं और वो दूसरे लोगों के साथ, दूसरे वर्ल्ड लीडर्स के साथ डिस्कशन होती है, तो जब तक वो कन्विंस नहीं होंगे तब तक तो ये आगे बात बढ़ेगी नहीं। तो पॉलिसी मेकर्स को एक ये कि किस प्रकार से वर्ल्ड ऑर्डर बदल रहा है और किस प्रकार से हमारा एक इंडिजिनस थिंकिंग जो बेस्ड ऑन वासुदेव कुटुंबकम, वो उसमें पहले अपने आप को कन्विंस करना है पॉलिसी मेकर को कि सॉल्यूशंस इसमें निहित हैं, आ सकते हैं, डुएबल हैं, इम्प्लीमेंटेबल हैं। तो उसको पहले पॉलिसी लेवल पे ऊपर डिस्कशन मुझे लगता है, लेकिन उससे पहले आपस में भी हमको जो नॉन ऑफिशियल सर्कल्स हैं, जैसे थिंक टैंक्स हैं या दूसरी संस्थाएं हैं, इसमें एक बड़ी गहरी और गहन चर्चा होनी चाहिए और पॉइंट बाय पॉइंट।
तो मतलब कि हमारे स्क्रिप्चर्स, इंडियन सिस्टम, वसुदेव कुटुंबकम के पास ये कैपेसिटी है कि इसे सॉल्व करे। हालांकि प्रोसेस डिफाइन करनी पड़ेगी, लेकिन गोइंग फॉरवर्ड ये हो सकता है शायद। सर एक इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस हुई रशिया में, वालदाई डिस्कशन क्लब, जिसमें आपने भी पार्टिसिपेट किया। पुतिन साहब ने वहाँ पे उनके व्यूज़ रखे। सर वी वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड कि रशिया के जो पॉइंट ऑफ व्यूज़ है ऑन दिस डिस्कशन, डू दे रेजोनेट विद वसुधैव कुटुंबकम या फिर हाउ दे आर परसुइंग द फ्यूचर ऑफ द वर्ल्ड?